Hello, everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley. And since last episode, I went ahead and finished up the baling like I said I was going to do. We got all the baling complete, and the bales are sitting up across from the bale sell point here. So we're going to start off with that this episode. And I don't think we did too bad here. We got 4 stacks, or 4 sets, 4 trailer loads of bales here. 34 bales apiece. Just get the tractor out of the way here. And we'll start loading these up and selling them, and we'll see how much we make off these. Ideally, we make enough here to purchase field 26 there. It's right across the road. Somewhere around, I haven't looked at the price of this lately. $339,000. Looks like we can do one more mission for it. Or maybe 2 more. I'm not sure if that's 1 or 2 more missions. I'm guessing 1 more mission there. Let's start by getting these bales loaded back up. There we go. That was a quick load, that's for sure. Okay, we're currently at 156,000. Not sure what we're going to get per trailer load here. Now, with this particular type of trailer, the bales are not going to sell until you unload them. Basically, the way these auto-loading trailers work, while the bales are visually on there, they are not physically on there. And you can tell this when you jump up here. You can walk through the bales, so it's just a visual representation of the bales. They're not actually on here. So go ahead and unload them here. Actually, we can just unload center. That would probably be the best choice here. There we go, 206. So that was 50,000, correct? Okay, we'll just do this 3 more times here. Oh, I picked out a couple underneath there. That'll be interesting. For 256. So yeah, we must be making almost exactly 50,000 there per load. I guess you could do 1,470 times 34 and figure out exactly how much, which I can actually do that here in a moment when I pull up a calculator. So it's what, 1,470? And then we got the 34 bales on each trailer. So yes, 49,980. So 20 bucks short of 50,000. Nope, there the bales fall over. And actually, it wasn't exactly 4 trailer loads there. We brought a half a trailer load down to the cows. And then I had, I think, 8 bales or something like that left over. I just went ahead and sold those off screen here rather than stacking them up in the field. So we had almost 5 trailer loads off that field of bales. Okay, 1 more trailer load here. And it would be nice if we could get 1 more mission there for field 26. Maybe we'll advance time a little bit, see if we can make that happen. Don't think there's anything else we need to do on our farm, or at least what we own anyway at this point. And 1 escape here that's trying to roll away. There we go. $356,000, not too bad. So that is enough to buy field 26. Oh, that's a tree. Unfortunately, not enough to really buy anything else with. I was hoping for a little bit more spending money. That's still not too bad there. Kind of like I said, a lot of our spending money there actually went towards planting those trees. So hopefully those will pay back for themselves here pretty quick. Probably next couple days here we'll get another logging episode. And just do a massive tree cutting more than likely. We do have the Ponzi Scorpion here leased at the moment. So we can pretty much go crazy, as they say, with it. Okay, so let's see what's here. Let's just double check. Like I said, I don't think there's anything we need to do on our farm at the moment. All fields are fully fertilized. And again, all fields are planted. Pretty much just waiting for them to grow at this point. And yes, no missions on this field. So let's, advance time here. And we'll just see what happens here. And we'll probably have to wait a moment here for everything to update. Whenever you advance time this quickly, it always takes like a moment for everything to update. So you can see like the update is running across the map here. You can see it's updated to this point. If I open it again, yeah, you can see now these fields are completely updated. Oh, this field's actually, yes, ready to harvest now. It's pretty much when, if you look at the map when it's doing the update, you can actually watch it pretty much just draw a line down the map as it's updating the fields. It seems like that's kind of how it works. Oh, we do have a mission. And I think we're going to do that. There's nothing else, again, we have to do on our fields, I don't believe. Probably just double check, make sure the pigs and animals are okay. Cleanliness, ooh, we can fix that. Group 8? Yes, Group 8. And we'll just hire the worker there. And then for the ones for the cows. Moving back to the middle here, and we can hire the worker. And again, like I said, I used the GPS mod to line these up here. That way they run nice and straight and perpendicular to the cow troughs. Okay. Yeah, we should be all... Oh, corn. They need corn. That's right. But I don't have any corn, do I? Okay, they'll have to do without the corn. Actually, you know what? I just realized something. When they make a mess outside their trough, they actually get corn that way, don't they? Interesting, because otherwise they had 0 before. So let's start this mission here. 48 minutes. Wow. That'll probably be the rest of this episode then. Not too bad. It's always fun to do a little harvesting. So this is the big case combine, the 9230. And, of course, getting the GPS lined up here. Be interesting to see what it does with this. Looks like canola at the front of the field here. Looks like it harvested the canola quick. Switched over to the barley. And I'm not sure what's alongside the edge here. Looks like sugar beets. Yes, I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but with the fields you don't own, it seems like little bits and pieces of crop get left along the outside edges of the field. So, for example, on that side, it's canola. And then looks like a little bit of sugar beets here along this edge. I'm guessing there'll probably be canola again on the opposite side here. And there's probably sugar beets on that side. Also, I want to address one question a lot of you folks were asking, or mentioning anyway, with the Big Daddy trailer there. A lot of you were saying, well, it's probably not working because you're over the sell point at the shop there. That's not the reason it wasn't working. The reason it was up at the shop by the sell point there is because I was going to sell it. Initially, I had tried unloading the trailer at the farm. Tried to unload the pallets by the other trailer there, and it simply would not unload them. And I kind of suspect maybe the reason for that, and you know what, they're actually unloaded at this point, so I guess I can't really show it. But if you notice, the pallets had like their unload chute open on the bottom of them. I suspect that may have been the reason why those pallets weren't working. Because when we initially loaded those pallets, and I believe that was when we were planting field 20 with grass there, I think that's when we initially loaded those pallets, they did not look like that. So that's my theory, at least, as to what's going on, or was going on with that trailer. And somebody also, or actually a couple people actually, suggested you could have reset it. Don't know why I didn't think of that, but yes, resetting it probably would have been the better option there. But overall, we only lost 5,000, so that's not too bad, really. But yeah, like I was saying, the fact that the trailer was over the sell point had nothing to do with the fact for the reason I couldn't unload that trailer. The reason it was up by the sell point is because I had brought it up there after it didn't work, so I could sell it and buy a new one. Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Edward was saying you could better simulate the realism of logging if you could cut logging roads into the mountains. I know it can't be done, but that would be good. Plow and cultivate a path. He says it's a shame you can't change the map structure. Yes, that would be cool for the logging if you could actually like take a bulldozer or something like that and just plow yourself a road up to where you're logging at. That would be a really cool feature. George was asking, just out of curiosity, since this is a logging map, he's talking about the Smoky Mountains there. At Gold Crest Valley here, single player, obviously. Why use an auto-load trailer in multiplayer to cut down, or to do the jobs? Well, that was actually something we discussed when we started that map. And if you notice, we actually have two trailers on that map. We have an auto-load one, and one you can load manually. And it's pretty much up to those doing the logging which trailer they want to use. And as you can probably tell, a lot of people like to use the auto-loading one, so pretty much left it up to those doing the logging. If you want to manually load, you can. If you want to auto load, you can do that as well. As for myself, probably one reason to use the auto loading trailer, it keeps it moving a little bit quicker. Obviously a lot quicker to auto load the trailer than to manually load it. And then, too, the whole loading process for logging is a little bit gimmicky, if you ask me. The forks and grabbers just don't work quite as well as they should. Brendan was saying, nice game. Thank you very much for that. Jamie was saying, just found your channel. Cool video. New subscriber. Thank you very much for that. McKinley was saying, when I try to strap the bales down, it won't let me strap them down. I'm not sure what trailer you are talking about there. And yeah, I guess I'm on a mission here, so I can't really show you. But if you're using the Big Daddy trailer, and I was kind of mentioning this earlier with the bales there, if I turned the straps on, the straps would not have done anything because the bales are not physically on that trailer. So I'm assuming maybe that's what you are experiencing as well if you're using an auto-loading trailer. Either the Fleagle, Big Daddy, And there's probably some other auto-loading ones out there as well. Pretty much most of the auto-loading trailers, when you auto-load the bales, there's no point using the straps because the straps won't actually do anything. Now, you can get the straps to do something if, for example, when we're selling the bales there, we unload them. Once you unload the bales, they're unloaded on the trailer there when you unload center, then you can use the straps because the bales will physically be on that trailer. And again, the way you can tell that, if you walk up to the bales there, if you can walk right through them, they are not physically on that trailer. They are just visually being represented on that trailer. Josh was saying, good video. Gene the Duke was saying B, X, and Y work on most of the automatically loading trailers. Sometimes they may not show up in the menu, but hit them anyway. So that is correct, especially with that Big Daddy. I've noticed that Big Daddy is notorious for not showing the proper keys for loading and unloading. So let's see if I can get this straight here. X switches it to work position. And simply what that means, X for the work position, means the trailer will start automatically loading whatever product gets set to load. Also, another good one there, Z. I believe Z is the one that selects the type of product it's going to load. So, for example, bales, pallets. I think that's about all that trailer loads is pallets and bale types. So you use Z to select that. X to switch it to working mode, which, like I said, just simply means the trailer is going to start auto-loading. And then you got B, which sets the side it's going to unload on. And then Y that actually unloads the trailer. And like I said, the Big Daddy there's notorious for not showing some of those in the menu sometimes. Okay, comment from Delcom here. I was just reading it there a moment before I read it on the video here. It says he don't know yet, since I don't own Field 20, but he's basically going to buy Field 20 and try the same thing I did last episode there with the baling and see if he could get it to work. He sounds like he's got a slightly different version of courseplay. And he was saying tried cultivating it on the northeast side of the field. Courseplay actually backs itself up and aligns itself with the last waypoint. There's so far no derpiness at all. Northeast corner by, I'm assuming that's by the house he's referencing there, I'm guessing anyway. The map here a quick minute. So yes, northeast, that would be the house there. And that's something I probably should look at too. There is probably a newer version of Courseplay out. Like I said, Courseplay is currently in the developer version. So there's probably like new versions coming out constantly. Andrew was asking, do you know of any good low loaders for transporting equipment? I find the in-game ones are not wide enough. I have not used the in-game ones yet, but that doesn't surprise me. For those who remember Farming Simulator 15 as well, they included a couple of trailers that were, again, basically not wide enough to do anything with. Like, why did they even bother including trailers that are basically worthless? Even the some of the small equipment you can't fit on the in-game trailers. But anyway, for a good trailer, At the moment, I believe we are using FDR's logging trailer, and that one is a nice wide trailer, and that'll definitely be big enough to fit most of the equipment, if not all the equipment. My draw, probably not saying your name right, was saying when I choose seed, there's no option for corn. I am assuming you probably don't have the right seeder type. That would be my assumption. So in order to plant corn, you will need a row crop seeder. And again, I can't really show that since I'm in a mission here. Simulating Games was asking, what steering wheel do you use? Well, when I play Farming Simulator, I use the Farming Simulator steering wheel. Most other games, I use the G27. Like I said before, Farming Simulator wheel for Farming Simulator, definitely the preferred one, just because it has all the controls on it for Farming Simulator. Samuel was saying you're going to be rich after selling those bales. Well, I don't know if we're quite rich, but we're doing all right. And like I said, definitely I think we'll have our goal here of buying field 26 here. Speaking of which, we are definitely well over halfway done here, it looks like. We might be able to get this done this episode. Muck was saying instead of buying the bags of seed and fertilizer, you should get the placeable refilling silos, save you a bunch of trips to the store. That is true, except I kind of rather actually like doing that here for this map. I think we're going to stick with the pallets. You know, might not do that for all the maps I play on, but at least for this map, I want to stick with the pallets. Like I said, it is a little bit fun to do something different like that. And one nice thing about it as well, we can load them up on a trailer and bring them to whatever field we need refilling at. So for example, when we're doing field 20 there, that worked out quite nicely. Chief Barry was saying you could have always dumped the trailer in the river and then reset it. That probably would have fixed it. Yes, like I said, I didn't think of that. An interesting concept there of dumping it into the river. Asylum was saying for course play, make sure your turning circle is small, and then hopefully they won't do that. Talking about what the tractor with the wrapper was doing, I'm assuming. Also make sure the turn on field option is enabled. That will make the tractor back up at the end of each row and make the turn on the field. So yeah, that's options I'll have to look into there. Like I said, when it was wrapping there, I have no idea why I was going so far off the field. It's like, that is weird. Brayden was saying you should get a Peterbilt truck for that Big Daddy trailer. Yes, that is definitely going to be probably one of the next items on our purchase here. I think probably a larger tractor would be ideal. I'm not sure which one yet exactly. And then a truck after that will probably be the next purchase. Like I said, definitely need to look at a larger cultivator as well. Might be nice. We'll have to look at that too maybe. Tractor, cultivator, and truck. Kind of the next things on the purchasing list. We're doing pretty good on the seeder at the moment. We got a nice large seeder. At least a large row crop seeder anyway. George was saying the next video should be interesting. The number of bales and the money you get out of them. And yeah, like I said, we probably could have got another maybe about 50,000 or so. We brought half the bales down to the cows there. And then I had a few left over that I just went ahead and sold off screen there. Didn't feel like taking the time to unload them on the field. And by the way, I do plan on doing that one more time at least yet. We'll mow field 20 again here at some point when it's ready to be mowed. And then we'll be making bales off of it again. Be curious to see if we get the same number, or real close to it anyway, the same number of bales that we got this time. Okay, a little wheel up there says we're almost 3/4 done with this mission here. Also, here's a curiosity question. I don't know if anybody else has had this or not. It was a couple episodes back. I was doing a mission, and partway through the mission there, the field withered on me. And it's like, okay, now what do you do? So yeah, I unfortunately had to abort that mission. It's like, well, nothing else you can really do at this point. Once the field withers, you can't really harvest it any further. I think that was actually on field 31, I'd like to say I was doing that mission. Either that or it was 30. It was one of the larger fields down along the bottom side of the field here. Might have been 28 there as well. Typically, I stick with the square fields for the missions. You know, so like 1 up on the top there. 5. That's a nice big field to do missions on. 31, 30, like I said, 28. Kind of nice square, easy fields to do missions on. George was asking, if you have a console, can you join the multiplayer server? No, I don't believe you can join the PC Farming Simulator dedicated multiplayer servers. You can, of course, at least to my knowledge anyway, do multiplayer between other console players. But no, you can't go cross-platform. Okay, looks like another 2 or 3 rounds here. We'll have this field wrapped up. Of course, for the missions, you don't have to get everything on the field, so we almost are done here. And like I said, this should be about the last mission for the field. If it's not, we'll call it close enough, and we'll just probably buy this field. Maybe I should look and see if this field actually needs to be plowed here first. We could always do a plowing mission on it. That's always usually a good payout there for plowing missions. Probably some of the highest paying missions are plowing missions and root crop harvesting missions. Just keep in mind, if you have larger modded plows, that's really going to cut down on your profits. You know, you get the job done a lot quicker, but really going to cut down on your profits. So it depends which way you want to go there. And remember, you can always cycle through the options as well. So if you don't like the tractor plow combination, close it out, open it back up again, and you should get a different tractor plow configuration. And if you watch the money, sometimes there can be a pretty wild shift in the amount of money you can get from those jobs. Okay, we're getting closer here. Probably gonna have to do one more round yet, though, after this one, it looks like. Might not have to do a completely full round there, but definitely gonna have to do one more round yet. And again, I'm sure most of you have figured this out as well by now. If you're doing missions, you don't have to worry about filling up while doing the mission. Okay, like I was saying, the circle's almost complete there, so we'll definitely have to do one more round here. Like I said, shouldn't have to do a full round, though. Probably about halfway down or so. We'll probably be about done here, I'm guessing. Oh, and interestingly, there's no root crops on the side of the field. Okay. Hey, there we go. Okay, not too bad. 19,000 with a $7,000 time bonus. So let's see what's there. Did that complete the number of missions we need for this field? Yes, it did. So we're fully up on the missions here. That means we should get the maximum discount there. It's what, 339,000. Now it's 331,000. We could do a slurry spread mission. Just see what's. Does this field need to be plowed? Oh, it does. Okay, how nice. Not really, but I think we'll just go ahead and buy the field here at this point. Any missions I do on it further, aren't going to get us any more discount, so we'll call that good. Yes, 331,000. New field. Okay, so we'll have to work on getting this field replanted and plowed. We'll probably come back next episode and start on that. So anyway, with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.